The Karen Show. The Karen Show. The Karen Show. Let's go. Let's go. The Karen Show.
Hello. Hi, Tanya. Yes, Enzo is here with me. There he is. Careful. Look, he hasn't even opened it yet. Look at that.
Right.
Look at that.
Fresh bottle.
And look, Tanya, I put on a little crown. A little crown. Oh my God, anyone might think I've been drinking, but I've just got my zero Coca-Cola. So hi Foxfire, I hope I can cheer you up. It's nice to see you guys here. I don't know who else is lurking, maybe nobody. It might just be you, Foxfire and Tanya. Hey, I hope I can cheer you up. I'm not going to focus too much on anything sad. Yes, I thought I'd better put it on for you, Tanya. What can I say? I thought about you. I was in the bathroom, not the toilet, the bathroom. Hey, Laura. And I was brushing my hair and I thought, if Tanya shows up today, maybe I should put a crown on. So there you go, I did. And excuse my dogs if you hear them barking in the backyard. They're unsupervised. And so because they're unsupervised, I've left the door open. Now someone's started to mow their lawn and the dogs can see them, so you're probably going to hear a bit of barking, but I don't care. So how is everybody anyway? How's everybody going? What about you, Enzo? Have you had a good week?
I had a very good week. Had something very special happen this week.
I know. I saw the photo. Have you got a photo to share to show everybody what you got? Look what Enzo got. It's very exciting. Where is it?
All my years of scrimping and saving and muling about it. I've got a van now.
Yep. Good on you.
Special spot back there to scroll free candy and spray paint on the back. I am ready to go.
Yep. Free candy.
It's just a plain empty cargo van, so I've still got a lot of work to do on it.
But it's going to be such fun.
Yeah, it'll be a adventure van with a bed and a little tiny sink so I can like brush my teeth and wash my face, and a desk for all my electronics surveillance type stuff where I can track down UFOs and shoot them out of the sky. No, I wouldn't do that. But it's I'm really looking forward to the next few months, how much progress I make. I've spent the last couple of days buying, this and that for it, that I've been dreaming about for like the last couple of years. So it's, first step in a new journey.
I'm pretty sure he's not.
Do you see that guy in the picture? Does that look like somebody that would give away lollipops and sweets and not eat them themselves? Yeah, it's just.
Yes. Are you going to film it? Are you going to show before and afters at least?
There's a million different videos out there that I've certainly watched a lot of them of people that build up their van. I might do some like before and after pictures and stuff like that. I've already done some because it came with this barrier thing, but between the front two seats and the cargo area, I've already removed that. And as soon as I got done removing it and throwing it, cutting it up with my Sawzall and all that stuff and throwing it in the dumpster, like, I probably should have taken a picture of that before I did that.
Well, remember to do that, because I'd like to see what it ends up looking like when you're done. That's something I'd like to do one day and travel around the countryside. Maybe not chasing UFOs, but, we can see where Tanya's mind is today, can't we? Oh, dear me. Yeah, that's so good. I'm so,
we know what she wants to say.
So that's really good. And it's nice and big too. You could get it bubble wrapped and have something like Enzo the Silent Sky on the side.
Sure, I could have all kinds of stuff. It's that's a 2020 Ford Transit. That's a medium roof. There's one size larger than that, and I was like, yeah, this is too big as it is. But yeah, all kinds of room to put a bunch of stuff. But of course, I'm such a big lumbering oaf. When I first like stepped into the back, it's like, wow, this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I don't know if I'm gonna how well this is gonna work, but we'll make do. But just removing that partition the other day helped out a lot. That really opened up the van. So
Yeah, yeah. You'll be able to get a mattress, a desk, a little fridge, TV, solar panels.
yep,
You'll be,
I've already got the power supply for it. There may even be a little room for a small microwave in there. So
oh, there you go.
I
That'll
can
be all right.
fill my
Hey,
little
Pete.
refrigerator freezer full of microwave burritos, and I'll be set.
Burritos. I always thought if I travel around anywhere by myself, I don't think I'd bother. I'd have a microwave maybe in the van, and definitely a little fridge. But I don't think I'd bother cooking in the van because I think it's just so cheap, really, long term. If you just go and grab, because if you're not going to eat a couple of meals a day, if you're just going to eat once a day, it's just as handy to go to some little restaurant somewhere and order some ham and eggs, or
Right.
yeah,
And every little town all over the United States has like that one special place. Like, oh, if you're here, you got to go to this place. They serve this mean, whatever it is. Everything has their little specialty thing.
yep,
So
yep,
when I run across those, of course, I'll check those out. But
yeah.
for the most part, it's just basic stuff. I'll keep in my little fridge and just heat it up and eat it as I go. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's exciting. A new start, something good to do, something to keep yourself occupied, give yourself something to look forward to. So it's all
That's
good.
it. And the one like specialty thing on that van is a extended fuel tank. So I'll be spending even more at the gas pump to fill it up.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's like 6 gallons larger than like the regular version. So I'll be able to drive even further for a few minutes.
Hi, Angelina. I hope you're doing well. I know you were very unwell there for a while. I hope you're much better. And Tanya, what'd she say? Enzo's party bus.
Yeah.
Well, he could put a what do you call it? A disco ball in there. Hi, Banshee.
Disco ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Have
So
the Blues Brothers speaker on the top of it.
that's true. Go through town doing all of that. Did I say hello to you, Laura? I think I did. I just, yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. Yeah, Angelina has been, hang on, there we are. Angelina from Bad to the Bone for a while there was unwell. I do see your Facebook posts, Angelina, very unwell. And so now she's got to go in for some heart surgery. So I'm sure everything will go fine, and I hope after you've mended from that surgery, because that's a pretty big surgery, I hope that finally everything's settled and you're back on being
Right.
healthy and fit. But yeah, I'll be thinking of you. Make sure you make sure you put a little something, or send me a message if you would, just to let me know when you're going in for the surgery, and everyone can send you some happy thoughts, because that's important when oftentimes you go in for an operation and you think, oh, no one really cares, like, but people do. It's just sometimes you don't know whether you should say anything because it might make it worse or make them more nervous, but you'll be fine. I'm sure you've got some good doctors helping you out, mate. So fingers crossed. So everyone's seen my thumbnail, no doubt. I was in two minds about it, because I thought, oh, do I really want to put a picture of that woman? See my woman, Annabelle. Do I really want a picture of her? I'm glad you've got them there. And I'm thinking, I'll just.
I know that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I thought I'll make it a little bit of a fun thing. So that's why I asked Grok to invent that AI photograph for me of and yeah, Grok did that. I said, hey, Grok, can you help me make a pretend photo? Grok answered back, you mean an AI photo? Like it talks to you like you're human. And I am human, like it's human. And I said, can you make a picture of Annabelle, the doll, the haunted one? And first it did it. I didn't use that. First it did it with the Annabelle doll from the movie. And I said, no, Grok, not that one. Sorry, Raggedy Ann with the judge, you know, whatever. And that's what it pumped out, what I used. And I thought, that's so cool, just from me asking those few things. So see, Grok can be helpful. I did ask for one of, I'm not going on to this subject, but I also said, can you do one of Obama in prison garb with handcuffs on, with Tulsi Gabbard in the background? And it did. And I'm like, oh my God, it looks so real. Like I thought, okay, but that was fun. Yes, Tanya, neither do I. And that's why I was going to talk about this. So this will kind of go, I don't know where this will go actually.
I'm in the burn 'em and salt 'em routine.
Yeah, well, look, it was funny when I asked for it, because I was almost going to talk about that today, because I was like, but I got it, I vented it, I got it out with Enzo. Right. So I talked to Enzo before I come on. And
I took a bullet for you, audience. You're welcome.
He took a bullet. But yeah, I saw the story of the gentleman that passed away, and that was very sad, because a lot of people obviously knew him. I didn't know him. I didn't know of him or anything, because so far as Annabelle the doll is concerned, I know the history of the doll. I know that it was all BS. And so when I saw, it was at the beginning, Angelina may actually know, the beginning of the year, I think they started to travel around with the doll. And, you know, because it's so haunted, it's got to be locked up in a box, you know. Travel around with the doll so people could see the doll. And then the thing that brought that to my attention was the fact that plantation burnt to the ground after they had been there. I don't know what the outcome of the investigation in the fire was, but old plantations have faulty, like old wiring. So obviously something's just gone. And unfortunately, that beautiful, beautiful home burnt to the ground. Did it have anything to do with the doll? Well, I don't think so. Just coincidence. Coincidences, like, it is a coincidence that the doll was there, but then that could open up other questions. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And I don't mean it's a haunted doll. I just mean, you know, I'd like to know what caused the fire. But, you know, but seeing that the gentleman passed away and seeing how many people jumped on the, oh no, the doll did it. It's so haunted. This haunted doll, it's responsible for this, it's responsible for that. I did make a video on Annabelle a while ago, oh gosh, beginning of last year or something, and because I wanted to find out, hey, all about the doll and all that sort of thing. It never ever, the story about the doll was made up by the Warrens, and it was based on an episode of The Twilight Zone where there was a doll that walked and talked and was animated and ended up killing a little girl's father, right? The mother, yes, I think that's what it was called.
Telly Savalas?
Telly Savalas played the dad, and he was killed by the doll that pushed him down the stairs. But the mother in that episode, her name was Annabelle. So let's take a bit of a guess. Let's just say that the Warrens were sitting one night, and it sounds like the kind of show that they would have liked to have watched, sitting down there one night watching The Twilight Zone, and see this story, look at each other and go, she sees an Annabelle, Raggedy Ann doll. Let's do it. And that's where it came from. And you know, those people, it's been proven. I don't care. I've seen an interview, and that's another thing. I've seen an interview with the Warrens, I think grandson. I didn't bother watching it. I thought, here we go. That's family. Obviously, you want to protect your family and say, oh, they were above board and all whatever. So I'm staying out of that, and I'm not name calling, but I kind of am. It's just there's lots of, not just the Warrens, there's tons of people around that fake paranormal stuff, make up stories to make money. You know, you can go from paranormal investigators all the way down to so-called psychics, all the way across to people that are trying to sell you their equipment. Oh, but it works because we made this app and it works and you can talk to the dead. Like, it goes across the board that people want to make money from this crap. But when it comes to a man dying and leaving behind children and a wife, a mum, a dad, brothers, sisters, I don't know his story. It's really sad. And to say it's related to the doll because he was with it, that's even worse. That means the family not only have to deal with the fact that he died, but now they've got to deal with people going, ooh, and making money from it. Like, you know, now that doll will get toured around and all the suckers will go, oh, it's a haunted doll, just like they do with Robert, the doll. But yeah. Dan, yeah, that was his name. Dan, it started with an R, I think. But yes, Angelina, and they said there was a prison break because the doll had been in that town or wherever it was. Like, that's what I mean. Like, hello, people, it is very disrespectful. And I hope, you know, it's just, you know, I just hope that I was speaking with Enzo about, and I'm going to say the words now because no one listens to my show anyway from YouTube. So it's not like YouTube's going to go, oh, you said the C word. But the COVID jab, I was telling Enzo, I'm pretty sure I didn't just talk about it live. I think it was before we went live when I was telling you about my friends that with the myocarditis. I think. Oh, I don't think I was live. So shoot me someone if if I'm losing my mind that much. The COVID jab, right? I don't know if this Dan fellow had the COVID jab, and I don't want to bring him into my conspiracy thoughts, but I've got a couple of friends, two men. Even Enzo knows somebody that after these jabs were given, these two perfectly healthy men that I know, and when I say healthy, absolutely healthy eating, healthy lifestyles. One of them's a marathon runner, runs all the time, in their mid to late 50s now, never had a single health problem. And I've known both these men nearly all their lives and mine. One of them 6 months after having the shot almost died into hospital, myocarditis. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I don't know. He said, none of my family, nothing like that. They don't understand it, rah-de-rah-de-rah. And then he went and had another heart attack and same thing. He's still okay, but still. And then my other friend who's a doctor, same thing. Same bloody thing. Now, is it because they had the COVID jab? Is it? I don't know. But before I would believe a bloody doll, a doll was capable of killing someone, I'd much rather look at someone's autopsy to discover, was it an underlying thing that's been there all of his life and he just didn't know? Or is it more likely linked into possibly the COVID, which research has been done. It has been proven that these things are happening because of those jabs. That's why people are up in arms about it all. People are getting cancers. People are having heart attacks. Men, more so, the myocarditis, and women, more so, some cancers involving, you know, lady parts. So I don't know. Yeah, and see, look, Laura's the same. Yep. And it's just very, it's just very interesting. Do you know what I mean? And so I just sort of think for this man's sake, let the autopsy show the cause. Then at least that way, you know, they're not going to be able to prove. He might not have even had the jab. He may well just have had something underlying, but it would be good to know why and how, and therefore his family gets answers and understands, oh gosh, you know, that's terrible. or it might even help other people around him to get checked. Like, don't just expect that. And heart attacks are big killers in men, always have been anyway, because a lot of men deal with a lot of stress and a lot of other things, and they don't necessarily address it. So when signs and symptoms of anything like that come up, they dismiss it.
Right.
So if in finding out the actual cause of his death as to why this heart thing or whatever it was killed him, if they find out that this is what the cause was, it may be actually helpful that, yes, he has passed away and it's absolutely horrible and terrible for everybody involved, but answers, proper, real answers will be given, which may then make other men that were friends with him or other family members go, crap, you know what, we better get checked. So, you know, you always got to have to try and find a silver lining. You know, does that mean that his passing could in fact make it that other people will get checked and save their lives? So it doesn't make his family feel any better. That won't make them feel better. But I think all this talk about Annabelle, the haunted doll, causing all these deaths and horrible things to happen, it's got to stop. It's just silly. It won't stop. It won't stop though, because it sells tickets, and that's exactly what they're doing. You know, they're traveling around. See ya, Banshee. Where are you off to? Oh, okay, no worries. But yeah, I think ultimately they should stop doing this sort of thing, because it's not healthy. It's not helpful to the people that have lost their loved one. Is it helpful to the people that currently have the doll in their possession? Yeah, I'd say it's helpful. They'll shut up for a little while out of respect, but I'll guarantee you at some point in the future they'll be touring that silly doll again, if they've even stopped. I don't know if they've actually stopped touring it. Maybe they have. Angelina probably knows the answer to that better than I do. But, you know, because I'm not into all this anymore. But when I saw that story, I sort of thought, oh, come on. What about the family? What about this poor man? You know, sure, he was involved in touring the doll too. And I don't think it's haunted at all. I don't think any doll is haunted. I don't even think any object is. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong, but my personal opinion is, you know, no, I don't know. I don't know. But is it haunted and can kill people? No. Just like Robert the doll's not haunted, you know.
Coming after you with a syringe.
Oh, you know, Chucky. I've got a Chucky somewhere. He's up there. He's on my top shelf. You can't see him, but okay. Oh, so they've taken it back to the museum. There you go. See, I don't even, it shows you how much I've been out of the loop, Angelina. I don't even, hello. I don't even know what ended up happening with the, the Conjuring House. The last thing I knew, I think, was the county or whomever, whatever government in charge didn't renew the license or something. So you can't use it as a business. That's all I know. I don't know. But that's a good thing that the house is left alone for a moment, because this is the thing. All these sorts of paranormal type things create so much trouble to a point. It's okay. I think it's good if people go and investigate, because it is still interesting. You get to hang out with some friends. You go to an old building or something. You have a little bit of fun searching for any evidence, whatever. It's kind of fun. So long as it doesn't get into the realm of faking things just to get people to watch your channel, you know. I don't know. And Angelina's with me on that one as well, I think. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, well, hopefully, though, eventually she might get things fixed. A house can sit for a little while before it, you know, whatever. I don't think the place is haunted anyway. I don't know. I don't know what you think, Angelina, but I don't know. Could be. Who knows? Who knows? Virginia City, Sadie. Kristen's another one that I often talk about political things with too. She thinks like I do. We have a good old laugh on the Facebook. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
interesting. I don't know. That's a thing. I think I'm still of a mind, even with all the places I've gone to, and I've never seen anything. I've, as I say, and I've said it 100 times, the going to the Waverley Hills in the tunnel. Again, absolutely, you hear someone humming. Absolutely, it's after I stop. It's not whatever. But I can't rule out that it wasn't the female that was with me. I can't. Even though she said it wasn't her, I can't rule that out. But I've had other people say similar things when they're in the tunnel, like a mimicking thing. So what do I think about that? I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. Oh, there you go. Compliment.
Thank
Woohoo.
you, Virginia City Sadie.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel, and Enzo might be able to talk on this because he's been. What was the name of that building again? This that you went to and investigated the
Which
mansion.
one? Oh,
Oh,
the McIntyre Villa.
McIntyre Villa. So, see, now Enzo is a scientific minded person, but he went to McIntyre Villa and experienced some things he can't explain.
Yeah,
But
it
I'm,
was it was pretty wild. The when the big thing about it to me that like shocked me or surprised me was there were a lot of different things, but the one thing that I thought was kind of funny was after being because there was probably about 8 other people there in our little group, and we'd split up into little like twosies, threesies groups in different parts of the house because it's a big place. And after being there for a few hours, we all just started ignoring all of the loud footsteps going up and down the stairs and up on the if you're on the ground floor you hear the footsteps running back and forth in the hallway and from the basement stairs coming up to the ground floor, all of that. It just happened so much that we just started ignoring it. It's like, okay, we've already gone and looked and yeah, there's nobody there, we've accounted for everybody else. None of our group is running all around stomping up and down all these stairs. Okay, well, let's move on to something else. There's just nothing else you can do about it. Saw like a shadow thing, kind of like skirt across the wall there at one point while I was chatting with one of my friends. Uh, Two different sightings of like a ghost cat, I guess. Because supposedly there's a cat that people catch glimpses of, and I saw it twice. Like one just like minutes before we were getting her because we spent the night there. I went to bed at like 3, and I say bed, it was just kind of like lounged out on one of the couches that they have in one of the rooms. But there was a lot of strange stuff that I don't know what it was. I never once saw anything that made me necessarily suspect that these were people that died and were trying to somehow communicate or anything like that. It was there were certainly I heard some garbled stuff that some people caught as EVPs, which I am the wrong person to try and decipher what an EVP sounds like because I can never understand them. Uh, like all the like ghost shows or whatever, they play back the EVP, like they'll play back like 3 different times, a little slower each time. I always like cover up the screen so I can. It's like, okay, let's see if I can hear it, not whatever the text is at the bottom where they're
yeah,
saying what they said. I always like cover up that part of the screen from where I'm sitting watching the TV. It's like I have no idea what the fuck. What, and I'll rewind. It's like, what do they think? It's like, what? How are they getting
yeah.
that?
Sometimes it's really weird, isn't it? It's like they'll say, oh, it's saying I'm going to kill you, and I'll go, it is, and all I hear is, and I'm like, how do you get I'm going to kill you from? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you think, oh my god. So sometimes I think, yeah, it can be what's the word? Um, oh, you should take Enzo. That'd be cool.
I'd love to go on an investigation with you.
Yeah, Angelina's all right. She's good people.
There was one instance where kind of everybody like gathered or everybody like had their cameras and their microphones and their recorders out and all that stuff where they were going to do a uh, what do they call it? The board game, the Ouija board. They're going to do a Ouija board thing. They had like 4 different people. They're doing the thing, the hands on the planchette and all that stuff. That thing didn't move. 2 hours of sitting there and it never moved. But
2 hours? I would have given up after 2 minutes.
Because they kept trying like different ways and different stuff and switching people in and out and all this other stuff. And that once. But the setup, when they were originally setting it up, there were because we did it like in the dining room area and the kitchen area right next to it. When they were setting it up, it sounded like somebody had a hammer and was just wham on the walls in there. It was loud.
Do you know the only thing that, and Angelina might agree with me on this one. I don't know. She might not. The only thing that I worry about is, like, I know in that instance, in that house, the owner was there somewhere. And she's got cameras throughout the house, which is fine. That's a security thing. Nearly every place I go to has cameras. But I'm always concerned that, is it ever really what you think it is? Or has the owner, in order to keep the flow of people coming, popped some speakers here and there, strings, little tricks? There's people that have done it, and you wouldn't know unless you know where to look. Because, as I say, and everyone's heard me, I'm like a broken record. I've been to so many places now, generally by myself. Only a couple of times I've gone with other people, and I just think I don't believe it. I just think I've never seen anything. I have gone into places and definitely felt, I can't explain it, just felt the building. Like you walk in and sometimes it's kind of like the building's talking to you. Now, is that spiritual, paranormal? Could be. I've never seen a ghost, which is very disappointing. Who knows? Maybe one day I will. But so far, no.
I still think there's something to that humming thing that you had at, what was that, Waverly?
Yeah, that was the one at Waverly Hills. And I still, like I say, the skeptic inside me still goes, yeah, but it could have been Cassie. Even though I said straight away, I heard the humming, and you can hear it if you find it on my channel.
Oh, yeah.
I hear the humming. I'm humming. Then I hear the humming. And then I turn and go, oh, you're singing. I think I say singing. Are you singing or humming? Whatever I said to Cassie. And she goes, huh? And I said, are you singing too? And she went, no. And I wish, when I said that, I wish that they, being the more experienced investigators, had have questioned me and said, why, what did you hear?
That would have been key, yeah.
But they didn't, and because that was my first ever thing, really, and I wasn't an experienced anything. I was just along having some fun, and I didn't think to. I just thought, oh, I must have been imagining it. Instead of, if they had have said, why, what did you hear? Then I probably would have stopped in that moment and gone, oh, well, I don't know. And I could have played, and we could have actually probably spent some time there trying to get that to. So for those reasons, I kicked myself, because did I hear it, or was it Cassie? She says no, it wasn't. So if she absolutely, it wasn't her, then I did hear something. I did get humming. It was mimicking me, but not exactly. It was a different sort of a tune. So I don't know. Oh, well, there you go. Angelina heard it too.
Oh,
yeah, what's that? Angelina heard, what is it? I heard the owners prior to Jacqueline put devices in the floor to make knocks and had lights on timers, and it was all controlled through camera room. True, I don't know, but I would not doubt it. Yes, and that's what I mean too, Angelina. I've heard the same thing.
I actually wondered the same thing in the villa myself. My time I was up there, is like, this is happening a lot, and so I started pulling out some of my other detectors and stuff like that, and I was picking up like insane Wi-Fi signals all over the house. It's like, why the fuck would there be Wi-Fi signal? turns out she has like kind of like secret hidden cameras kind of all over the place, like in curio cabinets and stuff like that, just to watch people. Because she doesn't necessarily, the person that owns the house, that runs the thing, she doesn't necessarily stay there with the, you know, whatever groups are investigating all the time. And she basically does it to watch them, because I found a few of them. So I don't think, I certainly didn't find all of them, but I was detecting the signals from all of that stuff from my gear. And I was kind of wondering that same thing: is this entire house all wired up? But I was looking very closely, because I was doing a very detailed search, like down in the basement, and was making note of some of the, like the new plumbing and the stuff and things like that. And I don't think that they have, you know, little running things, little things that make the sounds. Because at least for the actual stairways that I could see, I didn't see anything or any wiring or anything like that. I wasn't picking up any kind of electricity or anything like that coming off of it, because, you know, the detectors I was using. So I don't think that was the case, but I certainly wondered that exact same thing. Is
Yeah.
this all BS? Is the entire house all wired up? And
Hey, Erwin. But yeah, and look, I honestly think I remember, you know, someone who worked at TCH informed me of this. Yeah, I think it would be true. I mean, how else are you going to keep interest up in your haunted location that makes money for you if every time someone comes they find nothing? Eventually word gets out, it's dead, then no one comes as much.
right.
So what do? When you've got a plumber in doing something or whatever, if you've got a mate who is a plumber or a sparky, can you wire this up? You're not going to see it. You're not going to find it. It's that, well, people can be pretty clever. I remember our favourite people, Angelina. I remember an episode of the Ghost Hunters, when they went to Wolf Manor, I think it was. Wolf Manor. Does that sound right, Angelina? And they heard voices. They were in the basement, I think, and they heard voices. Turns out there were speakers in the wall. All right. So people do it. Yeah. Angelina says, yeah. People do it. So, you know, that's why you can't trust these places. Now, I can say with 100% certainty, because I've never heard anything in the whole time I was there, places in Virginia City, they don't. There's nothing. No one there sets anything up. Do I think any of those places are haunted? Not really. But that's just because I've never experienced anything. Who knows? But I've been to those places so many times. You'd reckon by now the ghosts would know me and at least say a hello. Yeah, good idea, Angelina. But yeah, so yeah, and that's the thing. Some of the locals like to do that too, but they never messed with me, which was nice. And that's what they said too. Even when I was in England and went to the Ancient Ram Inn, I was told the kids and the locals know when you're in here, and the walls are like tissue paper. The glass is old glass, most of it, because it is what it is. You can hear people outside, and the windows, that house, the main rooms where they say, you know, like the bishop and everything come and haunt the house. You're right on the footpath. You walk outside, the windows are like this far. I want to say not even my body width, but probably a little bit more. Maybe 2 of my body widths away from that window, and it's thin old-fashioned glass. So, you know, it is what it is. But that's where I don't. People fake things. Yes, they do. But there's shows out there. Angelina's one of them. Who else? I'm just trying to think of people that I will watch sometimes. And actually, you know what? I can't think of anybody at the moment. Isn't that dreadful? But some of the people I talk to, like Laura, for, you know, raw side, like they don't really go out investigating stuff. Carla does. Carla sometimes gets some interesting, like she goes to interesting places, but these people, a lot of them now just fake things, you know. Yes, and that's the thing. The videos where people like myself, when I go anywhere, it is boring, Angelina, because nothing happens. But it's fun for us being there. Like, it is fun. Like, you're in a place that's got a history to it. Like, when I went to the ancient Rayham Inn, that was kind of fun because I looked around. I actually found it absolutely so cute, and I just thought to myself, it's such an old building that if you put in a beautiful cottage garden, some umbrellas, you could open up a beautiful little, you know, bed and breakfast and have it all pretty and clean and nice. It wasn't dirty. When I was there, it was quite clean. The daughter's looking after the place. But is it haunted? I don't know. I don't think so. And if it is, I don't know. I didn't see anything. An odd thing happened when I was there, but that could be all down to, it was weird. An odd thing did happen there where I felt like someone jumped really hard on the floorboards next to me, to the point where I felt it. But it's an ancient building. Could that have just been weather making the wood move? I've heard pretty loud knocks from old houses when wood can make a bang noise when it constricts through the cold. So, you know, that's probably
I've heard it in my own house, or I've been like doing a room search. It's like, is there somebody in here? Because it sounds like somebody's rustling around in here, but it's just the way the wind is hitting the side of the house and making it creak in a weird way.
Hello, Big Ben. I like that name. It's Big Ben. It is a clock. The Big Ben. It's a clock.
Did you say? Clock. Oh,
TikTok.
I didn't hear the yell there that first time. Yeah.
Let's see. Today I went to now do I say this? Oh, Belchertown. Is that a real name? Belcher? Isn't Belch to go burp? The Belchertown School for feeble-minded.
You're with Toady, so Toady and Belchertown would go together, I would think.
But I got to see an amazing abandoned place. That's what I mean. Some of these places are just, you know, fantastic. Just the places themselves. Oh, thank you. A super sticker. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, wait. I'll see if this still works.
It's been a while. Dust that off.
Yeah, I'll dust it off. Let's see. Why not?
No, please.
There you go. Oh, thank you for dropping in, though, Laura. Thank you. Laura's got to go. She's got to go. Yes, thank you, Angelina. Oh, dear.
I get to move to my van now.
You're a nut job. He always gets scooped up when he comes back.
That's kind of the bit, yeah.
It's a bit we have, but yeah. So it's welcome back. We are here to cheer. Yeah, I do love, and it's interesting that Angelina's saying it. I do love going to these old buildings. When I was in England and I went to all of the old castles, including Huntly Castle, which is from where my ancestors come from, the township of Huntly in Scotland. We never lived in the castle, okay? We never lived in the castle, but from the township. But we do apparently come from my side of the family. My father's side of the family do come from the Gordon clan, so we are descendants of the Gordon clan, but from the township of Huntly. So we never lived in the castle, which is a bit. Oh, we would love to go say, oh, yes, my ancestors all lived in the Huntly Castle, but they didn't. God damn it. But going back to those places, if you're by yourself or even just with one other person and you're just quiet for long enough and you realize and sit there and think about the history of those places and people that came before you, that in itself is an interesting feeling. It's just, and I'm sure you've had that feeling yourself, Enzo, when you go sometimes just by yourself somewhere and you think about it and you just think, wow, so I don't know. That's just how I feel about it all. But yeah, so it is very sad that poor man passed away. I don't believe in haunted dolls at all. And I don't think I ever will. I haven't met Robert the doll yet, but I would like to scoop Robert the doll up. I reckon he's really cute. I think he's got a cute face. When you look at him and you think about, he must have been a handmade doll. I'd love to know more about the truthful history of Robert the doll, like who he belonged to long ago, what little boy might have had, because I'd say a little boy had Robert the doll, because little boys had dolls. Little boys had teddy bears. So someone's had Robert the doll, and I'd like to know more about the person who owned Robert the doll back in the day. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Say it just like one day I'll die, and I've got an old rabbit that was mine from birth that my uncle purchased for me, a little old rabbit made out of wool and lamb's wool, lamb's skin. And I just think one day I'd like people to go, oh, that doll belonged to Karen. Who was Karen? Oh, well, Karen did this or Karen did that. So that's where I think a doll holds a memory, but the memory is not held that it haunts you. It's just like you look at an object and you go, that once belonged to that person, and then you tell the tale of that person, and that's where, that's my thinking, if that makes sense. Oh, there is. So there is a history on the actual doll without it being stupid. I'll have to look that up, Angelina.
Without it being stupid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I suppose it's not too smart. Like when I was in Virginia City, Sadie will understand what I'm saying here. When I was in Virginia City, I went to all of those haunted places just by myself. But I also know that you're safe. Like Virginia City, I'm so safe. I can be in those places by myself. I'm super safe. I don't think there's anything evil or untoward in the Washoe Club, except for when I got what was that happened to me in the Washoe Club? I was abducted by aliens and went down into the caves. Was it aliens? No, lizard people.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it.
lizard people. They had pizza with worms on it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that, Ben. I think Angelina, Bad to the Bone, is with you on that. I don't know about Enzo. I think Enzo doesn't believe in haunted dolls. I don't believe in any. I honestly just don't. Oh, okay. I'll look it up. I'll look that up.
I don't take any chances. Any old doll, I just burn and salt it. That's it.
Yeah. Robert was owned by a little boy then. Okay, cool. Good guess, Carol.
As far as going out by yourself, you certainly should trust your instincts. If you go into a place and you're getting that vibe, get the hell out of there. But
yeah, because I think
places,
most
places, I feel you'll be okay.
Yeah, I've been to just a shopping centre and come out into the car park to get to my car and sort of felt a little uncomfortable for no apparent reason. Like I've literally just come out and I'll think, oh, I don't feel comfortable. And I get back to my car as quick as I can and I'm out of there. But then do it again the following week and nothing. So sometimes I think you really do have to appreciate the fact that somewhere in all of us there's that old instinct of something's not right. I'm being watched, like someone's watching me. And it doesn't mean you're being watched by a ghost. It just means there could be a human element of danger there, or a
non-human element. Yeah.
Non-human could be a bear. But I think I'd much rather take my chances with a bear than a human. Or would I? I suppose maybe.
I was one of those people back in the day, pre-COVID, since we talked about COVID, when like the super Walmarts would be open 24/7. It's like, it's 2 a.m. and I need this USB cable. I'll just go to Walmart. And I go there. Boy, you see some interesting characters skulking the aisles of Walmart at 2 or 3 in the morning.
For anyone who's interested, Tanya's just found the link to the Robert. No, sorry, that's the link to Bad to the Bone. I'm an idiot. I'm fit, whatever. I've got this link, but there you go. Yes, go and subscribe to Angelina because her channel. Her channel used to, and as I say, Angelina, I don't look at any of those other channels anymore, any of the ones that you and I used to talk about. I'm just not in that area anymore. But Angelina is one of the channels where when they do go to investigate something, I've never seen her say something when it's not. It's just a pretty, and Angelina copped a lot of crap from people a while back. That was last year, I think, possibly the year before. And it's just like, I'm just over crap, like leave people alone. But Angelina's good people. She's all right.
Yeah.
Says it as it is. Do you know what I mean?
I look forward to your content.
Yeah. She says how it is. She's a bit like me. Sometimes we all put our foot in it. And think, I probably shouldn't have said anything, but stuff it, why not? I mean, if you know something, you know something. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be afraid to look at Robert the doll. I'd grab him and give him a cuddle and a kiss. I think he's all right. He really is a cute doll. Because I like things that are old, I appreciate the fact that he was obviously a handmade doll, and he would just be so awesome to have and appreciate, instead of stuck in a bloody thing being told, don't look at him, he'll strike you down. But there you go. My channel is slow since I've been sick, and I don't watch those channels on there. Yeah. And my channel, look, because I went through that, and everybody watching now knows anyway, because you're all loyal to me. All 10 of you are loyal to me. And Enzo knows I went through a period of I was flat as a tap. I didn't want to do anything anymore because of all the goings on in the paranormal field with people that I knew and trusted and liked and all that sort of thing, and then realised, you can't trust anybody. Like, it was terrible. And I just sort of thought, I've had enough. And I really lost, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I just thought, so I pushed, and sometimes I took a break. But that's why Enzo and I would talk about anything, really, don't we, Enzo? We talk about anything. We talk about the paranormal sometimes because it is interesting. But other times I try not to talk about politics, but then I went through a stage of, I don't care, I'm going to talk about it. Stuff ya. And then I went through a stage of, like, whatever. I'll just talk about whatever. But I always still try to keep everything happy, really, And that's why even with my thumbnail today, I was in two minds. But that's why I made it a funny thumbnail. Like, I think that's a funny thumbnail. Like little Annabelle the doll with the judge. I thought that was cute. And thank you, Grok. But yeah, so it is what it is. Life is bad enough. You don't need to tune in and hear drama. Some people like drama, and that's what gets them going, but not in the paranormal field. Paranormal field, I want to tune in, see someone's gone to a historical place or an interesting abandoned place like where Angelina obviously went to, and just, wow, look at that building. Like, oh, I wonder who lived there. And, check out that really old clock on the wall. Or, oh, wow, look, there's still the original fireplace. Or something about the town where the place is. Like, all that stuff to me is fascinating, the historical side of it. You know what I mean? But, and I saw Kristen was, yes, nobody would hurt me in Virginia City. Oh, well, maybe. But I don't think so. Whenever I go to Virginia City, I feel right at home. I just, I just love Virginia City.
I can't wait to check it out myself.
Yeah. Well, maybe when I get back there, hopefully next year, hopefully, because I've got a job now, everybody. I've got a good paying job. Woohoo. So I'm going to save it's the airfare that is the killer, the absolute killer. Like, it's $4,000 return, $2,000 to get there, $2,000 to get back. It's an a-hole of a thing. But the minute I get back, Oh, yeah, it'd be really late where you are too, Angelina. Go to bed, get some rest, and we should catch up or something and have a chinwag, do a live together or something, and just chinwag about places we go and exciting
Come on
places
next
we
week.
go. Yeah, yeah, actually, you could do that if you're around before your little operation, eh? Much love to you, Angelina. Much love. Okay. What was I saying? What's Big Ben got to say? My mate's grandma called a full apparition inside her home. I have still got the shot, but no footage as I didn't pay for the premium on their security cameras inside
Oh
to record.
no!
Oh, that's a bugger. That's a bugger.
My
Oh,
my
cool.
80-year-old
I'll sort
neighbor
it out
has
next week.
this amazing footage she described, and she doesn't have like the super package for her Ring doorbell thing, so she couldn't
Oh, yes.
tell me about it. Yeah.
Yes. Enzo, that's right. Enzo went investigating. That's what he was supposed to talk
I didn't
about.
go investigating. No, I was at
4 a.m. Oh, gosh.
oh
All
really?
right. Yeah, go for it, Enzo. Talk about it. Well, I'm glad I'm
Uh,
keeping you company. Enzo and I are keeping you company, Erwin, with your bun knee.
Over the 4th of July weekend, 5th of July was Kansas UFO Day, where myself and a few of my friends from our group, we went up to the Kansas UFO Day celebration in Geneseo, Kansas. Did a couple of speaking engagements there throughout the day. Do we want to see pictures? I have pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were actually going to get back to that. I didn't even bother. But
Oh, that's all right. But just tell us how you went.
it was a lot of fun. Talked to a lot of people. We had like we had 2 different speaking kind of engagement things during the day where this is very small town, middle of nowhere, Kansas. The reason it's a thing in Geneseo, Kansas is back in the 50s and 60s, the town doctor, Doc Jansen, was really into UFOs, and he was doing his own investigations in the 50s and 60s, where he would read an article in the newspaper and it would be somewhere in his area, because the 50s and 60s things were hopping in the middle of the country. Well, actually, the entire country really was hopping for 50s and 60s. And we actually discussed in detail a big UFO flap that occurred in 1970, maybe 73, that involves all of the little towns around there. So everybody was super excited to talk about that, because I actually, after we would give our presentation, we had people come up to our little booth that we had set up, and they're like, my grandmother used to tell us a story about she was driving home in the back seat as a little kid in the car, and then this light came down over the thing, and they lived in this town, which was in the middle of this like UFO triangle flat back in the 70s. And I just pointed at a little map thing that we had. It's like, she wasn't lying. It was just everybody's got like a little story. We even, unbeknownst to us, we even found out that locally to there's a lot of ancient American, Native American artifacts and structures. Structures is the wrong word. I'm forgetting what the actual phrase is. But a lot, like in the eastern part of the United States, a lot of Native American cultures did mounds where they would build them in the shapes of things and stuff like that. This part of the country, that's not very conducive to that kind of thing. But there's actually like ancient structures, like several hundred years old, that are still there from that long ago. That actually local Native American tribes finally got repossession of some of these areas because it went up for sale, and they were able to purchase it and reclaim some of these areas where these ancient, they're almost like, to put it in perspective, like a bigger name you might have heard of, like the Nazca Lines kind of things, where it's like these ancient things drawn into the ground. And there's like there's one that's got like a big snake, and there's a few others around, actually closer to like where I live, of birds and things like that. So it's yeah, stand in line. That line forms behind me, but it's one of those things where we did a lot of chit and chatting with a lot of the local folks. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of history, both like ancient archaeology type history and even some sort of we actually our second speaking thing, we did a ask us anything type panel, and the first probably 40 to 50 minutes of it were asking about our paranormal investigations, where I talked a little bit about uh as the hardcore scientist UFO guy going to my first Scooby-Doo type house at the McIntyre Villa. And I talked about my experiences there, and people really wanted to know about that. People were very, very interested in it. And then, we went off to talk, get back more on the UFO topic later on. It was, but that's what people wanted to talk about. It was a lot of fun.
I was just looking at when they're asking about, it does sound like you had fun, asking about, how do we say that? Pentridge? Pentworth? Penchurch? However you say it. I don't know. But I think is that the one that where there were people sort of outside looking at it happening, and then when like lots of people saw it, but then the story goes that it disappeared because then the army or something come in after? Is that one? Not in the 70s, I think it happened. 76, 77, something like that. Is that? I think that's the one, but I don't know. But I've heard of a few cases in the UK that are pretty interesting.
That could be right from what I recall. I might be getting my stories mixed up for those, but
it is hang on, where are we? Oh, there you go. Yes. Oh, good. There you go. Good memory. Tanya always likes to stand behind Enzo, or she would like to. Yeah, watch yourself. Can't trust those Kiwis.
Is that why the place cleared out? I just noticed it. There's nobody at the bar.
Oh, yeah, everyone ran. Watch out. Tanya. Oh, dear. Actually, I that would be horrible. I wonder why they would even bother probing you. Like, what's the point in probing a human? Like, why?
The idea, I guess, is
up there.
I feel like a lot of stuff that gets done to people that has been described over the years about abductions. It's like, you could have just asked. I probably could have told you what my diet is. I could have told you about that. One of the reasons for the probing thing, maybe, and this is certainly a guess, because
to get a scoop of poop.
Actually, if you're going to clone someone, the best cell sample to clone someone off of is from like the stomach or lower intestine area, because those cells are the newest. They get recycled the most because of the stomach acids and so forth throughout your the lower endocrine system. So the idea maybe is they're trying to get the freshest genetic material from.
Well, then why not take the liver? Or do they? Because the liver regenerates all the time. That's the only organ in the body that does.
Because people on Earth tend to do things that damage their liver over time. Yeah. So.
But yeah, just ask aliens. Like, if you're ever going to come down and want to probe me, please don't. And just say, hey, I'll cook you a meal. You can take some of my blood, whatever. It's not that good anymore. I'm old. But don't touch my kids.
Certainly don't know how to cook. There's a story from back in the 50s of a guy that he sees a craft down there, and he goes up, and through like sign language, they're describing that, hey, we need water. So he goes to the well and gets him like a bucket of water. And in exchange, there was a guy inside the little craft there that was cooking something, and basically traded him this bucket of water for like these little pancake things that he was making, that he described as tasting very much like cardboard and kind of burnt. But that was the trade. So they don't know anything about cooking, those guys.
See, even Julie knows that. There you go, Julie.
See, there you go.
You can learn all sorts of things on my channel. Everything from, well, cooking tips to beauty tips to
cloning tips,
preferences, UFO things. I don't know. You can learn lots of things. You can learn lots of why ghosts do not, like why a doll is not haunted and why a doll won't kill someone. Dolls are just misunderstood. Dear, I can tell you what, I swear to God, if things were absolutely held like were haunted objects, my house should be absolutely haunted with everything I've got in it. Like, you know, and it's not. I mean, there's things, I've got objects that I've had from antique stores. I've got, you know, I actually got Annabelle from the way it was is that it the way it was antique store in Virginia City. I've got you know, a little bit of the Titanic. I've got a little bit of police thing from murder scenes. I've got all sorts of interesting, strange objects in my house, and my house is not haunted. Nor do I really want it to be. But then I have made the joke sometimes that it might be nice to have a ghost for when those moments where the kids maybe really don't want to watch something that I want to watch. I might be able to convince the ghost to sit with me and watch, you know, an old 80s movie. Who knows? You know, the friend you have when you don't really have a friend. Well, that's a thing, isn't it? The invisible friend. The invisible friend. What's that? Why on earth would a ghost want to possess a doll? I know. Why would you bother?
Are they really possessing the doll, or they're just linked to it because they had some type of interaction with the kid?
Well, I suppose, like, I guess living in the human realm, if every human thinks about it, we've probably got, most of us have got a memory of a place that we absolutely loved, or a time in our lives that made us, if we think about it, makes us super happy. So I know that if I were to die, there's one place that made me super happy in my life at a particular time, that I would love to go back and revisit. But how do you do that when you're dead? Because it's just like time is gone. Like that time and place is in the past. So I don't know. Does that mean that is that how a haunting happens? That maybe you've got a choice when you pass on to go or to hang around for a little while in purgatory and hang out in places that used to make you happy? But those places have changed. So the time where they used to make you happy has gone. So why would you? So it's still very confusing to me. I don't know. But you know, what's Julie got to say? If they have the technology to travel the universe, I'm sure they wouldn't need to probe us unless it's her psychological aspect to gain control. Take you from behind. Oh, dear, you got to laugh. Just like the Dybbuk box, after that came out, everyone had these Dybbuk boxes, and yeah, and I'm... a Dybbuk box. I don't even think I remember seeing an interview. It might have even been, I can't remember. Someone did it. It could have been Zach, not Efron, Zach Bagans, that did an interview with a Jewish, well, what do you call the Jewish priests? Rabbi. Yeah. And even he didn't know much about a Dybbuk box and all that. So I'm even like, we have our little trinket boxes where we keep things that we remember. But I think the Dybbuk box is supposed to, I don't know, you're supposed to have a demon or something caught in the Dybbuk box. Seriously, just like locking haunted dolls up in glass cabinets. If something's powerful enough to possess an item, a demon or whatever, what makes you think it's going to be trapped in a little wooden box or a glass case? Like, hello? It gets more powerful than you are. It could do anything. That's what makes me laugh about about these things. Yeah, I'm not up on the gadget thing either. I'm over all the gadgets. I've got some of the gadgets. Maybe I should sell them. They cost me a bit of money. I've got some of the gadgets, but I don't really believe in the gadgets either. They're just pretty
I'll wire
light.
them up into my van. That's what I'm going to use it for.
Oh, well, I might send you a parcel, Enzo. I might send. I've got your address now. I might send you a parcel.
Ooh.
I was going to send you something, and then I couldn't get it, so I was very annoyed. That's why you never got anything in the post, because I couldn't get what I wanted.
It was the loneliest birthday. I'll have to admit.
Oh, well, now I'll say. Now I will. I might do that. I might grab those things I've got.
You
And send
don't
them.
have to send me anything.
No, but what I'm saying is you'll probably use them, because I'm never going to use them again, because I don't think, unless I'm with you somewhere, then when you can pull them out of the box that I sent them to you in and have a bit of fun with them. Erwin, imagine being a ghost. I would sneak out a UFO and probe the aliens' little feckers. I love how he talks. The Dybbuk box has been disproved. Yes, that's what I mean. I don't even think it's a real thing. Let's see what's been. Well, as ghosts can travel through walls and stuff, what makes them think a spirit can't walk through glass? They end up in okay, but yeah, exactly. That's right. What was the movie? Oh, Ghost with Patrick Swayze, where he's on the subway. He's in the subway. Ghost. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Ghosts are pretty clever.
It's where he learned how to master his powers, from the angry guy on the subway.
Oh, Tanya, I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure.
I don't need to.
The Dybbuk box is made up. The person who came up with it actually came clean about it. He made it. Yeah, exactly. And yet, see how people can be pulled into it and believe it's all true. That's what I mean. What's that? Probe hub. That's a possibility, Erwin. There you go, the probe hub. Oh, you got to laugh, don't you? You've got to laugh. Was there a movie called Dybbuk? I know that years ago, Zach Bagans had another show that he called. It was when he was filling up his museum with stuff, and he's spent a hell of a lot of money on some of these things. He purchased a Dybbuk box from the man who said that people died from it or whatever. I can't remember the exact story. And that was pretty big at the time. And I think that's when people started to sell Dybbuk boxes on eBay. And suckers purchased them. But, it is a shame. They're suckers. They think, this could be real. And, it's just not. I don't know. I would like to, I'm going to sneeze in a minute. I would like to go to Zach Bagans' museum, though, just to see some of the interesting artifacts he's got, because he's got some pretty interesting, I don't think they're haunted, but he's got some interesting things there that he's purchased. He's got the van that, what was his name? The doctor that euthanized people in his van. He went to jail. The doctor what was his name? Anybody? The doctor, it's on the tip of my tongue, but the one who would euthanize or help people euthanize themselves when they were...
Kevorkian.
Yes, yeah, him. Thank you, Erwin. Did he? Oh, there you go. I like Patrick Dean Morgan. He's a bit of hot stuff, but I don't want to watch a scary movie. Although I'll watch him in Supernatural, because that was when he was
the dad.
Yeah, sure. Dr. Kevorkian. That's it. Yeah, I'd like to just to say I've seen the van, or he's got that whole area, I think, for serial killer type things, and he's got paintings that clown killer, a horrible pedophile man, clown paintings.
Gacy,
Gacy. He's got something. I can't remember what he's got that belonged to Ted Bundy. I think it's glasses, spectacles. But he's got a whole heap of stuff that I would just like to see, like interesting artifacts. That's what
in Vegas, right?
Yeah, it's in Vegas. I would like to go to the museum and have a look. No, I don't think any of the items in there are haunted. All right, I really don't.
Probably don't. No.
But certainly he's spent a fortune.
Vegas is another place. Wander around the strip at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You will certainly see aliens. Yeah, it's a
No, but that's what I mean. I would like to go to Vegas one day to say I've been there, but I only through the
You've
day.
never been to Las Vegas? I love Las Vegas. I think it's great. I love it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Look, I know what everyone thinks of Zachary. Zach, that's not his name, Zachary. I always say Zachary. His name is just that. I know that, but then I know people who know him personally, and I think honestly, he's just a very smart businessman. You know, all to it for him. I don't watch his things anymore. I used to back in the day when he first started because, well, firstly, he was a bit of eye candy. Secondly, when they first started, it was scary. Like I used to think, oh my God, like it was very different to Ghost Hunters. Like I'd be like, whoa, careful. And then I realized, well, obviously nothing happened to them because they've made the episode. So then I would settle down. But then also they would throw comedy in there as well a little bit. It's certainly changed. It's gone from what it used to be. So I don't watch it anymore. But you know, from what I understand, he does a lot of stuff in the background that people aren't aware of, and he's not a bad human being, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. That's what I've heard from the people who know him personally. All right, that's what I've heard. So I'll give that much credence. But I don't know him. He could be an asshole. I don't know. But that's what I've been told, that he does things people don't know, and he's not a bad person. But I'll pay for a ticket to go into the museum. What? Oh, Zach Bagans, you know, from Ghost Adventures. Sorry, Erwin. I don't think there's a... Oh, hey, Erwin, you're in Ireland, aren't you? I think so. I think Erwin's in Ireland. Well, he certainly should be because he says Jesus. I can't... I wish I was Irish. I'd love to have an Irish accent. I love the Irish, and I like this. I do. I really love the Irish accent. Yeah. What's the name of the boxer, the fighter? I'm hoping you might get him as your prime minister. Is it prime minister or president? I know, shocking. Prime minister, isn't it, of Ireland? Who's the boxer? There's a boxer that was out in America recently. Went to the White House. Damn. I can't just think. Yeah, he does. He does fake stuff. Zach does fake stuff. They still fake stuff. And that's the thing too. I also know those stories to be factual because I also know places where he's been, and I know the people that run the places where he's been. So I know that they don't give you the exact information or truthful information. So it is what it is. Conor McGregor. Oh, why not? I thought he would be all right. It'd be better than what you've got now, wouldn't it, Erwin? I don't know.
He said
Who do
boxer.
you reckon?
He's not a boxer.
What is he?
I thought he did like
Cage
MMA
fighting?
and all the rest of that stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well then I don't know. But I don't know. I just want Ireland to be okay and safe and back to being diddly dee potatoes. I want to go to Ireland one day. What? Diddly dee potatoes? I want Ireland to be Ireland. I want the UK to be the UK. And I want America to stay America. Like, I just want you to be all the places, all the things I grew up knowing about all these places. That's wonderful. I just want you to be back to that. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. I don't know enough about him. I've seen him in interviews and stuff. And yeah, you're right. He's pretty full of himself. But there'd be someone else that can run for, is it Prime Minister? Prime Minister of Ireland or President? I'm sorry, I should know that. What's that? There we go. Karen, I could tell you things about that Muppet, and Jesus, the YouTube would be... It's all right. I'll trust you that he's a Muppet. I don't know enough about him. I just know there's a lot going on in the moment. And when I was in England last year, I wanted to get over to Ireland. I just ran out of time. And I did hear and see with my own eyes a lot of different changes there that was sad to see. So I just hope all is not lost. the Irish are a force to be reckoned with, as are the Scottish. A little different than the English. To me, English people, no offense if there's any English people watching, English people want to fight but just don't have. Ireland, the Irish have always had that fighting spirit, and the Scots too. And I think that's why historically speaking, I think that's why the Irish and the Scottish got together back in the day against those evil English. Yeah, diddly dee potatoes. That's the only way I've got an Irish accent. Diddly dee potatoes. And even then, I'm probably not sounding like I'm Irish. I love the Irish. I love the Irish and I love the Scottish. I like England too, English, because I've got English ancestors. But I've got a. When I was in Scotland, I loved it. There's just something magical about Scotland. Just beautiful. The countryside, everything. It was just beautiful. So was the countryside in England. But Scotland, and I was just so spewy that I never got a chance. And I wanted to go to France as well to have a look, although I saw something on the news the other day that makes me think, geez, I don't know if I want to go to France at the moment. Some terrible things are happening there. But so I'll keep that.
That's been going on for a while in France, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really scary. This poor woman was just battered out of nowhere. Like, it's just terrible. I don't know. What's that? Tanya says, we have an Irish guy at work. They can't say that. They say Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I love the Irish accent. I love the Irish accent.
Thursday. They're pronouncing the H.
Thursday. Oh, well, if they say Thursday, how do they say Tuesday? Tuesday. Thursday.
Tuesday.
Monday. Monday? Poor Erwin's probably thinking, shut up, Karen. What's that? Okay, Jess, this would be grand. There'd be nice. Us over here, potatoes and all the fucking diddly da. I love you, Erwin. I should get Erwin on here one day just so I can listen to him speak Irish.
Great.
We should. I'll set that up, Erwin. But my email is in the Erwin. Find my email. It's in the later on. Go to my page, and I think it's in the when you look at the name of the channel, it's under like about or something. My email's there. You should email me, and I'll get you on one day, and you can tell me stories about the Fae and little people and leprechauns, and I'm sure you've got a few. Just so long as you don't do it while you're walking through a field on the way home from drinking too much.
I would like to hear a Will-o'-the-Wisp story myself.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. And then we could go, slow down, Erwin, slow down. You're talking too fast. But I've watched, there's another Irish man that's on the YouTube. Trevor Colt is his name. I've watched him since he started, and he was just a little channel. He's he's Irish, but he lives in England, and he was an army soldier. He got a medal from the Queen. He's been through a lot, post-traumatic stress. Well, still goes through it because of what he saw when he was in the war. But he makes me laugh. He says it as it is too. He tells people to. So I just laugh. That's what I mean. I like people that just say what they want to say, whether they be right, whether they be wrong, just say what you want to say. But so how nicely Karen made this. Diddly-dee.
Diddly-dee potatoes.
Diddly-dee potatoes. Oh, there you go. I'll try. Look, you've got me in the mood for making another animation. I might make an animation of me doing an Irish jig.
Oh boy!
Now come on, back off on old Erwin. I want Erwin to stay around. I like Erwin. He makes me laugh, Big Ben. So Big Ben, are you from here? Are you from Australia or England? Because Big Ben, but with a name like that, Big Ben, it kind of makes me think you're an Aussie. Let's see. I would tell you some yarns. Tanya, I'm 6'2" leprechaun with me lovely green underpants and me orange. All right, you're on. I'm gonna get you on at some point, Erwin. Drop me a little email and we'll work it out. Whereabouts in Aussie are you, Ben? Probably Adelaide. Probably Adelaide. But then that's all right. So Big Ben's obviously a nickname for other reasons than a clock. That's right. I said clock. if Ben said, yeah. Oh, there you go. Ben's from Australia, so he's
really overpronouncing the L in there. Yeah.
Well, you've got to be careful, don't you, Ben? Yes, you've got to be careful. But Ben's from Australia. Then, if he's an Aussie, then he's got an Australian sense of humour, and that's where we normal Aussies go all the time. Mm. Oh, my cocoa cola's getting warm. Oh dear. So he's from Adelaide. Australian lady, look out flatly. Oh, there we go. Do tell, Ben. How did you get that nickname then? That would be a crack. All right. What was I watching once? The IT Crowd, a show called The IT Crowd, and I can't remember why they were trying to be Irish or something. Someone was trying to be Irish and said, oh, crack, because crack or something, then it wasn't going across properly. There was an episode, because I know what that means. That just means great. Yeah, Erwin? When you say that something's crack, it just means that's really good. Oh, Tanya, there we go. Oh, what a big clock. Tanya, you're terrible. You're terrible, Tanya. Look, Ben's not even answering now. He's all gone shy. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. Just means good. Do you say it sounds, you say it like crack, but crack with an accent.
Like
Let's see.
L somewhere in there. It's like, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's well then there. That's true. Big Ben. Then that makes sense as well as an Aussie. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we have here in Australia. That's what we generally do. Yeah. So he got his nickname for the clean reasons, not filthy old lady mind reasons. Tanya. Yeah, I like how people here in Australia, it's not the same anymore. We're losing it a little bit, and I wish it had come back. But, you don't use it. All the workers, all the tradies and stuff are still the same. What's that? On the other side, Karen, a gentleman does not kiss and tell. That's correct. The girls tell. We do. Girls talk about that stuff. We do. Not all the time, just like, you meet your girlfriends and you have, a wine or something. I don't drink anymore, and you could probably tell why, because could you imagine me drunk? It's not a pretty sight. But, yeah, girls get together. Same as boys get together. But do you know what? I have been privy to boys' conversations, and it's not often, unless they hate the person they're talking about. So if they don't like the female and they're like whatever, it's not often you hear men talk out of school about women. It's not. I could be wrong, but you don't often hear it. But women, if a woman is with her girlfriends, same reason, either the woman is not liking someone or she's having a giggle about someone that she's been with, they'll talk about that. Have you seen the original Sex in the City shows? That is how women talk. Not anymore. Those shows have gone stupid. But the original Sex in the City, where the girls would sit around the table and talk about how big something was or whatever, that's why women watched it, because it was like, oh, finally a show about what women are really like. But I've never known men. They joke about stuff. I could be wrong, Enzo, but men don't generally talk about that kind of stuff, do they? It's not something.
Not really.
I don't know. No, I think men more sit around and talk about their cars, their, going hunting, and if a woman's name does come up, It's usually not
There's
nice.
usually an elongated sports ball topic that goes on there for a lot of guys.
Yeah. And if some female's name does come up, it's usually after she's sent him a message or tried to call him and tell him to come home. And then it's like, oh, the wife's got you under the thumb, mate. Oh, like that sort of thing, you know. No, I don't even think men do. Do they? I don't think so, because that's kind of homoerotic.
No,
I don't
that
think
doesn't
men.
happen.
I don't think men sit there and compare. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a thing. I think it's the women that do that. The women not compare. Women don't compare their sizes. I mean, women talk about, you know. They do. I don't, as a joke, I think so. As a joke, like men sitting around and, hey, get the ruler out. Like, you know, I think.
Nobody does that. No, that's
no,
never happened.
no, but you wouldn't get the ruler out. Like, I couldn't imagine men pulling the ruler out, measuring in front of each other how big each other were. Like, it just wouldn't be a thing.
No.
No, that's why whenever I would go to parties and things like that, as I started to get older, I actually gravitated away from the women. The women would be over yub, usually gossipy. Unfortunately, that is a woman's thing. I'd gravitate more over to the men, because the men would be talking about, oh, did you see that asshole the other day on the news talking about such and such, or oh yeah, my car's this or that or the other, and then they'd be looking at the car. And that was how, growing up, I would learn how to fix a car, because I would be at a party as a young woman. The boys would be out in the garage, separate from the girls. I'd be out in the garage and I'd be watching them do stuff on the car as they're talking about stuff and having a few beers, and I'd be asking questions. Oh, what's that do? And blah, 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 blah. And they would teach me, and that's how I learned how to change my spark plugs. I can't do it anymore because cars are different, but I learned how to fix a car.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hanging out with the boys.
Computer in there won't let you work on your own car. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Why?
Being raised by women, I've heard things that I should have made me an ornery guy. As a man, I can say we definitely do not compare our sizes. We ain't impressing ourselves here.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not, absolutely not.
Never any size comparisons going on ever.
Yeah. Karen checking all the dipsticks. Well, not all of the dipsticks. All right, Regan, cheeky bugger. Yeah, but I even learned how to check the dipsticks. Always pull the dipstick out, wipe off the oil, put it back in, pull it out, and that's how you know how much oil you've got in the bottom of your thing. I learned how to empty a radiator.
Oh.
I learned how to empty the oil out. I learned how to change spark plugs, how to check your distributor cap, because I used to make distributors, so I also knew what to look for. So you know, so I miss the days, you know. And then as I got older and had children and stuff, then that changed to when Alex and Stephen got bigger and would bring their friends around. Same thing. Oftentimes I would talk to the young boys, and well, not young, they weren't, well, yeah, they were young, but they would be out, like Alex would be mucking around with his car, or Stephen would be mucking around with his car, and I already knew some things, but then I'd hear the boys talk about different other stuff. And you know, keep yourself in the, I like listening to men talk. Women, I don't mind having a laugh with a girlfriend. I absolutely don't. But sometimes I get worried because I don't know. I feel I can trust men to tell them secrets and stuff. I could be wrong. Maybe men do like to gossip, but I've never had, in all my years, I've never had the experience where I've shared something with a male and he's told that story. But I have had that happen with women, where you share something and it gets out there. But that's a whole other conversation. Oh dear. Oh, Dee here. Hi, Dee. Oh dear. Nice to see you. But there you go.
Technology in cars. This new van that I bought, it's the first time I've ever had to link my phone up with the vehicle.
Oh, yeah, with the Bluetooth.
And all that. And it's where now it's like, and of course, I have a, watch that connects to my phone, all that stuff. It's like I can lock and unlock my cars and remote start my vehicle from my watch now. It's like, what?
Wow, that's super cool. I just read what Erwin wrote. Well, yeah, 6 foot and how many inches? Big feet, big hands. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh, that band sounds really good. I can't do that with mine. My car's just, Oh, well, I don't think I can. I've just got the automatic key lock thing. But yours sounds more like a bit of a fancy schmancy car. What brand is it? What make is your car?
Mine is a Ford Transit vehicle.
Oh, so it's a Ford.
Yes.
American-made Ford. So
that's right.
American-made? Yeah.
Yep.
I like American cars.
Actually, only made about like 3 hours north of me in the Kansas City plant. So.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that I wish Australia would you can import. So if I came to America and I purchased an American car, I think I can import, like pay for it to come home with me, like I can pay to ship it, but it would cost a fortune.
I bet it would.
Absolute fortune. But we've never been able to well, I don't know. Ben might know the answer to this more than me, given he's an Aussie man. Don't think we've ever been able to buy American-made vehicles here, as in like the big trucks and everything. I don't think like there's a dealership. Do you know what I mean? We have Ford and Holden here, but it's not the same. Not the same as the American Ford and Holdens, to my knowledge. Like, how you've got your big trucks and all that sort of thing. Although I do see some around now, but I wonder how they got here. Maybe now you can get them here. But I think the fact is the Australian government put too big a tariff on the cars, so that's why they don't come in. That could be something that the Australian government could use its brain about and negotiate with, because I would definitely buy an American-built car. I like them. Big Yank tank is what we call them. That's what we call them here in Australia. We've always known American cars as Yank tanks. So, like I see plenty of I saw a beautiful pink Cadillac the other day, a pink Caddy. Turned in front of me and went along, and I went, oh my God, it's a pink Cadillac. What's that? We had to have them imported. They need left. Yeah. No, I think you're right, Ben. I'm pretty sure. So we do see them here, but I'd say it's people with a lot of money, possibly expatriates, from America who live here now, you can pay. So if I was super rich, I definitely would love a Ford, like a truck. They're so big. They're so wide.
Monstrous, yes.
They're monstrous. I would love one.
Are you left-hand or right-hand drive in
Australia? We're opposite to you in America. So that's the other thing. When a car comes here,
right-hand drive.
Yeah, they've got it. And Japan is the same as you. So my car is Japanese-made Toyota, which is like our Toyota. Oh, what are they called here? I've gone blank. Toyota Tarago is here and imported correctly with our right-hand drive. But the Japanese car that I've got is a left-hand drive, so when it came out here, they had to change it around. So it's a bit off-putting because when you get behind, everything's sort of out of whack a bit on the dash because it's made for the other side for driving. But I get really... it's easy. When I'm in America, I settle in quite nicely to driving on like it. I was worried I wouldn't be able to drive on the opposite side. It'd be like weird, but it's not as weird as people would think. But there you go.
Yeah, it usually there's like that first initial shock of driving on the whatever you're considering the opposite side of the road is, but you get used to it pretty quick, as odd as that is.
Yeah, there's big. We're just starting to get those big Rams over here. I have an old Jeep and it only starts with a key in the ignition most of the time. Well, see, yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, the Japanese car I have had a cigarette lighter and an ashtray, but it's made in it's old, 214, I think, or 212. 2012, and I'm thinking, because I think the Japanese were the last ones to sort of stop putting them in, because most cars now don't have them. I don't know. Does your car have it, Enzo? Most cars now don't have it. They'll have the cigarette lighter thing because you can use that to plug things into. But
I actually have 2 cigarette lighters and multiple USB type connections on mine, because mine you can connect into, you connect your phone through these specific USB connections, and it uses your phone as your navigation and everything else, where it all runs off of your phone. Android Auto is what I would use. That's what it's called.
You missed the decimal, Enzo. Yeah, not anymore, I think. Actually, that's interesting.
No ashtrays, but like my van has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cup holders. There, you will never dehydrate. If you do, it's your own fault. In a Ford Transit, it's got all these different like cup holders all over the frickin' place.
Oh, look behind you, Enzo, in the pub. Someone got married, or is it a bride's thingy bob? You know, what do you call it? A hen's night. There's a bride. Look.
Hang on, let me jump out of the way.
She's giving lots of people cuddles. Whoa. She was behind you. Now you can't see her. That man.
I don't see her.
Look. To your. I don't know what way you're looking at. Look. How can you be so veiled? Look. Up next to your head.
Right here.
Yes. Right there. A hen's night, is it?
It's a woman in white.
Yeah. It must be a hen's night then.
Yeah, it's
a bachelorette.
Bachelorette party. Yeah.
Bachelorette party. What's that? Enzo needs a 70s wagon and a crate of 8 tracks. I would love. I saw once, because I fell in love with the Impala from watching the show Supernatural. But one day I was up bush somewhere in the mountains, and someone come into a little restaurant, was there, and they had a gold Impala, same year, same model, but it was gold. Ooh, I want one. I love the squeak of the doors. You know, I love all of that. I'd love an old car, but I'd like a new Ford too. Maybe I could have both. Maybe I can come to America and meet a 90-odd-year-old American man who's nearly dead, and he'll leave me his Ford and his Impala. No. Never. I would. That's a joke. I saw a photograph. I'd always seen photo. What was that? Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole. That's exactly what I was thinking of too.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I love an Impala. I love those cars. The 64 one. I think it's a 64 or a 68. I can't remember. Probably 64.
The one from the show is a 67.
It's a 67, is it? Yeah, beautiful. I love it. What was I saying?
All of them are beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen the old. I've only ever seen one photo of Anna Nicole Smith with her husband. I think it was a wedding picture. That's all I'd ever seen. But the other week, somewhere, I came across, and I don't know why it popped up. There was a photo of her in really sexy lingerie. I think he was in bed, and she's sitting on top of him, sort of posing for the camera. And it was at that moment that I went, ew.
Yeah.
Like, ew. Like, I'm sorry. There is no way a young woman. I'm sorry.
Snuggling
I
up to the
just
crypt keeper. Yeah, it was
he
not a
was.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen good-looking old men. Like, for example, before he
That was
passed
not
away.
this guy. Yeah.
No, not him. For example, Cary Grant. I remember seeing him years ago at the Olympics in Los Angeles, and he was up in the, and he was old then, he was up in the stands and he had a cap on. And I remember thinking, oh my God, he's still so good looking. Like with the minute he
Really?
took his hat off, he was balding and
Really?
stuff, but he was still a good looking man. I've seen many men in their, close to 90, still pretty good looking, still looking reasonably fit. But that old man was not. And yeah, I don't know. Banshee. Oh, not her first husband was when she was very young, I believe. But the older man she married. So I'm not going to judge. I don't judge anybody, but it certainly didn't make me feel normal. What's this, Ben? Easy, a killer one. I would love an Impala. I had Ben will know what this is. I had a 5-litre Monaro, 1974 5-litre Monaro. And I used to love that. Used to love driving that car. Back in the day when it was fast. Now I think if I still had it up against one of the new cars, it'd do nothing because it was 8. Why have I gone blank? It was a 5-litre. It was the faster one. There was two Monaros. One was a 4.2 litre or something, and mine was a 5-litre. And what do you call the other thing? How many? Oh, I've gone blank. I've just gone blank. But anyway, yeah. Mine was purple though. It was a purple. It was the actual colour was I swear I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. I keep forgetting things. It was purple, but it wasn't called plum. Royal plum was the colour it was, but it was purple. But they called it royal plum. Yeah, I hate to say, I wish now we had never gotten rid of it because we sold it it was at a time where I was pregnant with my first son, and we sold the Monaro to get it. Well, we did actually, no, second son. We had it still with Alex. I've got a picture of Alex behind the driving wheel, but it was all leather interior, white leather interior. Oh, it was beautiful. But it was a magnet for problems. I had a couple of car accidents, hit by 2 trucks in that car.
Oh,
and then, yeah, and we were insured, so I got it fixed. But yeah, we ended up selling it because we wanted to get a family car because we were now having the second child come along. And retrospectively, we could, still kept it.
There is something about certain vehicles and colors and types and stuff like that. I do feel like there's this weird common thing because my first vehicle I ever owned was this blue Chevy pickup, and my father, the first time laying eyes on it, was like, "Wow, this is really nice. I hope you have better luck with it than all the blue vehicles I had." What do you mean? It's like, I had this kind of vehicle, it was blue and I wrecked it, and this kind of vehicle, I got hit by this guy, all this like laundry list of blue vehicles that he owned that had gotten demolished in one way or another. About less than a year later, like 9 months later, I totaled that vehicle out. I will not drive a blue vehicle for the rest of my life, ever.
Yeah, it's funny how you have these things happen, but I did love my Monaro. I used to love it because I'm a girl, right? And I would be at traffic lights, and it was it was the top of the range, like the fastest Monaro thing. I'd be at the traffic lights and you would see a young guy pull up, a Tirana. We used to have Tirana, which was, who made Tiranas? Ford, I think. It was a little car, but it could go fast. And there was a boy that worked with me, and on our way home, we'd race. right? But I'd always win. I was driving a Monaro. I don't know why he bothered, but then he'd do silly things too, like he'd be driving his Tirana, and I'd be driving along. I've already won, so I've slowed back down. And then he'd come up behind me. This is what youth is. He'd come up behind me, then come beside me, wave, and then turn his engine off as he's right, and it would go, and then turn it back on while he's going, like he's, and it would make this God Almighty bang, and it just scared the crapper out of me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Tirana, that's it, Tirana, yeah. And his was a little red one, but I had some fun when I was young, and I just miss those days where you could speed down the road and only have to worry about a policeman in a car. Now you've got bloody speed cameras everywhere. But there you go. I just I would like to get it would be pointless trying to get a Monaro again now, because they're so old. It'd probably be easy enough to fix and have it going, but I don't know. It brings back good memories. I think I'd like to get an Impala, an old Impala. But again, same thing. But they were easy to fix cars back then.
Yeah, there was no computers involved. You can actually work on it.
Exactly. There was no computers. It was just, if you clock on your thingo, or you could get, your taco or whatever, like you just replace the bits. Now it's all pull everything off. You need a whole new computer. It costs a freaking fortune. So I would actually like to get an old car. Problem is, again, those cars used to run on full leaded fuel, and you can't buy full leaded fuel anymore. So you'd have to get the stuff that you put in. Although I'm trying to remember, I guess you could convert it to gas. They were easy enough to convert to gas, but they didn't run the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's me, a girl, talking about cars. How's that? Who'd have
I
thought?
admit, like the van that I just got, it's got a 3.5 liter V6 in it, but it has the Eco Boost. Basically, it's turbocharged, and I stomp on the gas and it rolls. I was like, what the hell is this? You got to be shitting me. This big ass van is like handling and accelerating faster than, my Toyota pickup truck. There's no way something this big is moving like this. And I was shocked. I'm still shocked.
Yep. I don't know. I do like cars. I remember at the time I had my Monaro, it was the time where, and you would have seen it change in America too, the time where all those classic muscle car type cars, your Impalas, your what's the one with the horse on it? Mustangs, your big bloody, I said it before, Cadillacs, all that, started to change from just everything kind of looking the same, those sort of like square cars. And they started to change here. We were getting things called Camry. I can't remember what they were called, some stupid Holden thing. And they were all coming in, and they were so ugly, like nothing nice or good looking about these cars. There was nothing you could look at and go, oh, this looks really nice. Do you know what I mean? All of the older cars had shapes, different shapes to them.
Right.
So when you were driving along the road, you'd go, oh, look, there's a Ford, or there's, oh, look over there, everyone had different cars. You knew what they were. Even the Holdens, you knew what the Holdens were, or the Fords, like you knew them, or you could tell what kind they were, like a Charger. Hey, Charger. Like all these cars. But then the new ones come along, and they all looked the same, and they were all ugly and square, and you couldn't really tell what that, like you knew it was one of them new Holdens, but you didn't know what kind, and just ugly bloody things. And I miss the days where a car was distinct and you could get it and you'd do it up, I should get a panel wagon. Did you have, you wouldn't have had panel. Did you have panel wagons in America? A panel wagon.
I mean, I remember a station wagon when I was a kid.
Oh, well, we had station wagons too. Hang on, I'll show you what I mean by a panel wagon. You must have had them. Hang on. A panel. We call them different. Panel wagon. Um, uh, yeah, that's, oh, look at that. Oh, I've just got excited. I'm sorry. Oh, this is a bit of a Rudy picture. Hang on. But here we go. Where am I? Back to you. Back to you, Enzo. Present. Share screen. Chrome tab. Is that it? No. No. Oh, where did it just go? I just had it. How could I have lost it? Oh, I see what I've done, stupid woman. Hang on a second. I realised I'd opened a tab but not a window. Yeah, there we go. That's a panel wagon.
Okay.
And what you would do, that's more
machine.
American. Yeah. Where, see, Holden Sandman was our youth, and what you would do is that. But people, right? So that's where the old saying of
the hell is in the back? What's going on?
They're just having a cuddle. They're just, but that's them, right?
Look
so you had
at that monstrosity! Oh my god!
Gosh, I'm just trying to find. But what you would do, like, even though that's a really, what most people did to their wagons was see the walls in them. You would put, like, people decked them out, all velvet, would line the walls with velvet. They'd have speakers in there. There'd be a mattress in the back, lights. Like, it was pretty full on. Oh, panel, yeah. Panel.
Kind of what I have.
Panel van.
That's my intention for my van. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd call it a panel. It was, people call them panel van, panel wagon, whatever you like. That monstrosity, how dare you? but yeah, so I think these were more an American thing, as in, like, you know, your Scooby-Doo and everything. But that's in Australia. Yeah, like, I would love to get one of them now. I would love it. My dad had one, but not like that. My dad's was just a plain white one because he was a Sparky.
That's like a hearse. It's really what it looks like.
Oh, you think? Oh, Erwin, we didn't have him over here. We had the potato famine. Oh, gosh. Thank you, Erwin. I haven't laughed that hard for a while. Sometimes I do have a good laugh with Enzo, but... But yeah, so that's a panel wagon. I would love a panel wagon. I'll see if I can find a picture of the car I used to have. I've got photos somewhere, but not on the computer. GTS Monaro. GTS Monaro. I don't even think I'm spelling it. Monaro. Oh, Monaro. Jeez, I've just clobbered in Monaro. Monaro. Me trying to find pictures. Images. Oh, I had. Where's one? I can't find one the same colour as mine, but that's what I had. Hang on. Let me bring up a big picture of it and then go back to Streamer. Now, mine wasn't like this. It was purple, but it was like this, but it was purple. Yeah, hang on. Where am I going? Present, share screen, window. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I've done it again. Stupid me. I keep forgetting to move the tab to be on its own. Hang on. There we go. That one. That one. I had one of them. Except it was purple. That is a GTS 5-litre Monaro, Holden Monaro. And I had one just like it, but it was purple.
Wow.
I loved it. And these are the sacrifices you make when you have children. But looking back on it and being more educated, it should still be with us. My husband at the time probably would have fought me to keep it, so I probably wouldn't have it. He'd have it, but they're worth a fortune. They're worth a fortune.
Do you like show this picture to your children every day? It's like, I could have had this, but
I know.
had you.
I could still have this. So yeah, but mine was purple. So same thing. Mine was exactly the same. Same. What you're looking at there is what I had, but it was purple. And I remember once when it got hit by the truck and I took it in to get fixed, it had the 5-litre badges on it. When we picked it up from the panel place, those 5-litre badges had been replaced with 4.2-litre badges. So
What?
people, yeah, and we went back to them and said, where's our 5-litre badges? Because it was a bigger engine, right? And the guy's like, oh, we don't know. But it was also kind of funny because sometimes people who know about cars will understand when I would be at the lights and people would come up next to me, they'd think it was they'd think it was the 4.2.
We see your crappy 4.2 badging, not knowing that you're a 5. And
Yeah.
It just gets
And then I
slaughtered.
go, and I would just gently, like back in the day, it was a fast car. You would just put your foot down and she'd take off and leave them in your dust. And I'd just keep going for a while. I'd see that they were back in my dust and I'd go, I proved my point. And I'd slow back down, like I didn't keep it going. I'd slow back down and they'd come past me. I think, don't try and look smart now. What's that? HX looks the same as a HQ. Oh, yeah, I think they did. Mine was a HQ. I think. Yeah, it was. I think. Or was it a HX? Maybe mine was a HX, Ben. Maybe mine was a HX. But it was 5-litre. It was that. It was a 5-litre Monaro. But isn't it a beautiful car?
It's nice.
I miss it. But anyway, that's enough of reminiscing. It's time for me to go and have some afternoon lunch. I haven't eaten all day. I'm on a diet again.
Second
it's my first anything. I haven't had breakfast either. I've got a new job, everybody. I've got a new job. I'm working in a daycare. What's that? The boner is real looking at them. Ben. So I've got a new job working in a daycare facility for little bubbas, and up to school age. I'm the nurse, so when anything happens to one of the bubbas, they come to me. I'm getting paid well, not great, but not bad. So I'm intending on saving some money so I can travel again. So I've already been told though that due to the nature of my position at the daycare centre, they don't want me to take. I'm entitled to 4 weeks holiday a year, but they don't want me to take the 4 weeks in one shot. They only want me to take 2 because being away for 4 weeks would be too long in the facility. I'm like, oh. So that means if I come to America for 2 weeks, I'll have to plan it really, really well, and boom, boom. And
Wow.
2 weeks is not long enough when you've got things you want to do. Do you know what I mean? But
Yes.
we'll see. But there you go. I wish it's not that good a wage. It's a good wage for me, but I probably would make more if I was working in the hospital, but I don't want to work in the hospital. Besides, working with children is really great because you get to go up, I get to go up, and boys might not understand, girls will. I get to go up, into the infant area, into the nursery, and hold little babies and play kids games and play chasey with the kids, and it's just fun. But there you go. But because I've been there, there's also a kitchen there that prepares all the food for the kids. Now, I haven't been eating that. I've been eating the muffins and the cookies that she's cooking, and then when I say a cookie, they're like this big, Hang on, I'll get rid of the Monaro. I'll settle Ben down. Settle Ben down. We better not, yeah. I've got the cookies are like big cookies, okay, that I should not be getting to have with a cup of coffee almost every day that I'm there. So I've got to settle down. I haven't exploded or anything, but I tell you what, if I keep it up, I might. So I've got to start watching what I eat. But hey, Banshee, I didn't realise, oh, it's stormy days here. Hey, I'm about to go, guys, and everybody, this always happens, and I've even come on later today. It always happens that the later I come on and I'm ready to go, more people come in. What is wrong with it? But I think it's okay. But we've had fun today. We've talked about cars. We've talked about not haunted dolls. We've talked about the COVID jab causing heart attacks in males. Watch out, boys. We've talked about UFOs. We've talked about Enzo's adventures in UFO land. Haven't we, Enzo? Oh, I've lost Enzo. Oh, my God. Enzo will come back. But there you go. Hey, Jethro. Thank you. Oh, XB Falcons are good too. I like Falcons as well. Yeah, Mad Max had a good car. So there you go. What did you miss out on? Oh, the show. You can always rewatch it. We had fun. Yeah, and Julie, take care. Let's see. You're a gem, Karen. As always, thank you for your presence today. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. I've tried. I don't know what's happened to Enzo. He'll probably pop in. Something's obviously jammed up his camera. 5 a.m. there. How's everything? How's your knee now, Erwin? He had an achy knee. He had a dicky knee, guys. A dicky knee. Enzo's gone off to join the hens night. He could have. He's gone. He'll pop in. But there you go. So Enzo and I will be back same time, same bat station next week. And I'm going to try and get Erwin on with me because he's Irish and he should make us laugh. That's all Irish people are funny, didn't you know? And I might aim for that for next week. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the important thing is, with the world as crazy as it is now, as much as we find it difficult to avoid the madness, it's always good to just have a bit of a giggle too, eh? All right, everybody, thank you so much. And Enzo is sure to wanted to say thank you and goodbye as well. And we'll all be back next week. Be good. Have a wonderful weekend. Look after yourselves, and I'll talk